A Bay City commissioner facing larceny charges tonight.
His former neighbor accusing him of stealing her property right from her backyard. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Harris.
And I'm Sadie Hughes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, you've heard of the phrase, no good deed goes unpunished.
Well, the Bay City mayor says that's what's happening on Bay City's Litchfield Street.
NBC 25's Walter Smith-Randolph tells us how a city commissioner landed in hot water.
City Commissioner Chad Sibley lives in this house. The house next door was foreclosed upon, so Sibley thought he would be a good neighbor by bringing some of the abandoned property curbside for trash to pick up. The only problem? The property wasn't abandoned just yet, and now Sibley is facing larceny charges.
He went on the property. He did not have permission of this office or anybody else to enter the property and do any work to it.
County Treasurer Rick Brzezinski says that cleanup should be left to the professionals.
If we come along and there's a safety hazard or a something left behind, like maybe garbage or blight, we clean that up.
But like a good neighbor, Sibley thought he'd give the city a hand. After all, he is an elected official. NBC 25 was there as Sibley and neighbors cleaned up foreclosed properties in late April. Sibley telling us 3 weeks ago he was doing his part.
Redirecting our community block grant funds to be more aggressive.
But law enforcement apparently thinking Sibley was too aggressive. His former neighbor in a police report says she was coming back for a grill, a fire pit, and a picnic table. Instead, scrappers made off with the goods on the curb.
The general public doesn't have a right to do that.
So next time, leave it to the professionals.
Looks like there needs to be some cleanup for the aesthetics of the neighborhood. We'll clean it up. If it's inside the house or in the garage, generally we just leave it intact and the new owner can deal with it.
In Bay City, Walter Smith-Randolph, NBC 25 News.
Commissioner Sibley and the city manager Rick Finn declined to comment on this story. However, we are told because the larceny charge is a misdemeanor, Sibley's seat on the commission is not in jeopardy. Sibley is expected to appear in court on June 5th.